Hello, guys, and welcome back to the Live Strong podcast. I've got a special guest today. Woo!
Yay!
It is a returning guest.
Oh!
Whoa, crazy stuff. But if you're new here, my name's Olivia. I am the founder and head coach of Live Strong. This is the intro.
I like the intro.
This is the intro. Yeah, a gym, personal training. This podcast is about that and a bit of chaos. And today may be chaotic.
Yeah, you got the most chaotic person here.
No.
So.
But we are going to try and make it informative today.
Yes.
We're on for a very important topic.
Absolutely.
We're going to be talking about being resilient during injuries, pre and post, during, all of the in-between situations. And we've got a very injury-prone human with us, unfortunately.
I always come out the other end, though. So
That's it. And that's
the
why you're the
important part.
chosen one today. But we're going to start with our high and low, like the normal vibes.
Yes.
I'm gonna go
go
first.
first.
Yeah. I'm gonna start with my low. I think only because it's
It's.
easy and relevant to today's episode.
I think I might know what it is.
Yeah. If you're on the TikTok, which guys you should follow me. I don't know what my name is on TikTok, but whatever it is, probably just my name. I've got a bit of foot injury happening at the moment, which is sort of like relevant to this episode, isn't it? Talking about injuries, but I wouldn't even say it's injury. It's just a niggle. We all have niggles. Things happen, but it's just frustrating that we're literally 1 week today from high rocks. So it's not going to affect me on the day.
But it's hard.
Yeah, and it's mentally, like even today, thought of doing like this cardio workout in the gym, and I was like, I'm probably just going to have to change some things, which is annoying when you want to just get in, get it done.
Yeah.
It's just annoying. So
Yeah.
that's probably my low for the week.
It's a good load.
Have you got a low?
I
Or do you have a good week?
think I had a good week.
Wow.
I can't really remember the week, but I think it was pretty good. Probably my family have all gone away on a holiday without me,
That's
which
rude.
is fine. It's all the adults and they've left all the children behind, but I think we're adults now. Anyway,
Yeah, you are.
so
Surely.
I guess that's a bit of a low. So now I've got my dog full time, which I feel bad half the time because I feel like I don't live up to her expectation
Yeah, she
of
lives a glorious life.
being with someone 24/7, but that is okay. She's still living the life.
No, she'd be so happy to be with you.
Yeah, she's happy. She's fine.
Yeah, she's fine. She's fine. My high for the week. Well, I went away on the weekend for a little weekend
true.
away.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, we haven't even had a catch up about it. So we went down to Terrigal or up.
Down.
Okay, great. Beautiful weekend. We stayed in this like big house of I think there was like 12 or 14 of us. You would think Terrigal like beach, water, like sort of thing.
Yeah.
No, we were in the bush.
Oh, but
was-
it is winter. So
It was
you don't
bush
really-
house. It sort of felt like you're at the Hunter Valley. Like that was sort of the vibe. It was like a big yard. It had like a flying fox in it. Like
Did you go on it?
no, the boys did, but like guys, that's giving dangerous. Yeah.
Wow, that's kind of cool.
So we went away for our first like girlfriend that's 30. So like
That's exciting.
it's giving. We're moving on, you know.
Next stage.
The next stage. So that was my high. It was a fun weekend, nice weather, good to see everyone. Yeah, big vibes.
My high, I went to a new place for dinner
Oh,
this week. It was also a friend's
recommendation.
birthday. Yeah, and I actually really rated it. It
Where was
was
it?
Lola's on Derby Street, which I kind of like the fact that they do like breakfast and all of those things, and then
Yes.
flip it and have like dinner. And we're out on the veranda, like upstairs.
So
good
nice.
vibes, and it was just really good food.
Was
And
it busy?
Actually, it was.
Yeah.
A lot of people came, or like if they were passing through, I felt like people did that, or they had like a lot of share things, which we love. We love a
Yes,
share
we
moment.
love a share.
So
And I feel like in that location, it's very easy for people to like drink, nibble,
and move on.
move on with
Keep going.
life.
Yeah.
Wow, there you go.
Yeah.
Recommendations. Honestly, I should do more recommendations rather than just talking about myself.
No, recommend. Well, everyone should go to Terrigal now. We're going bush in Terrigal.
Go in the bush in Terrigal.
That's the recommendation.
And Terrigal is nice, but I don't think I'm a big Central Coast fan, to be honest.
No, well, I mean, I kind of forget it's there.
Yeah, I know. It's like never my go-to. Like if I'm if I was like, oh, let's do a little weekend away, I'd probably be like, oh, we'll go to the Hunter Valley or we'll go up the bay or something.
Yeah.
I'm generally not going to Terrigal.
Well, I don't know what else, like, a house is good to stay in, but what places
People
they
do
have to
go there,
visit.
though.
Are we
It's a
going
thing.
there?
Nah.
that what you're
I'm done
planning?
for the year. I'm done. Oh, no. We got big plans for
Yeah.
the 30th. It's a list of plans. Anyway, let's get into today's topic. Woo! So, like I said at the beginning, we've got our resilient queen over here and our injury queen over here. So, we're going to sort of debunk Laura's main issue she's had over the past, how many years it's been?
2021, so 5 years?
Far out, Brussels sprout. That is a long time.
5 years.
Okay.
Almost as long as I've known.
Yeah, oh my God. So yeah, we're going to debunk sort of injury, what the past 5 years has looked like, and I guess where you are now and how that journey's been, because I think for you it's been quite a serious injury that's affected your life in every way, really.
Yeah.
And you're also someone who is very successful in your athletic fields.
Sometimes.
So I think it can be quite motivating for people to listen to. So let's start back with what actually happened to you 5 years ago and what is it, the issue?
Look, it doesn't happen to everyone, so don't be traumatized by it. In 2021, I was in here doing a workout. Am I allowed to tell everyone this?
Yeah. Well, you weren't doing anything wrong. It was
No,
just, yeah.
It was just shit luck. Anyway, I was literally in the direct centre of the gym here.
You were. And it was a busy class as well,
It
I
was.
remember.
It was a full class. It was one of my best friend's 21st birthdays. And I was doing a plate pullover. So I was laying flat on the ground and taking a 15-kilo plate above my head. And my shoulder dislocated.
First time.
First time ever. And I don't know. I knew that it had happened, but I didn't really know what had happened. Anyway, I brought the plate up and over my head as an instinct, and it relocated. Thank goodness for that.
Yeah, straight away. In and out.
But I was in a fair amount of pain.
Yeah.
And that's kind of just what happened.
Common injury.
For not me.
But very common injury, but it's one of those ones that you do it once and it becomes more and more and more common, doesn't it?
Yes, and I think, like, for background and history-wise, I am someone who is hypermobile. I'm less mobile than I used to be, but when
Which is good.
Yeah, when I was younger, I really struggled with it in school and whatnot, and so, like, talking to specialists, they were surprised that I'd never dislocated a knee or done anything. So it wasn't, like, out of the picture. It's never going to happen to me, but it was a shock still.
Oh, damn right, it was a shock. We were all shocked in here. It was an emotional hour in here, wasn't it?
Yes.
So yes, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Although initially post shoulder, you went straight into like some form of rehab. Like you're at uni and stuff as well, so
Yeah.
it wasn't like, life had to continue pretty much. I don't know if you can remember, but like all the way back, what did that sort of rehab look like? Or do you remember what you sort of felt like? Because in that moment, you're still sort of new to exercising. Like I just said,
Yeah.
you're still at uni. Laura's a nurse, so a physical job. Imagine mentally it being like quite a negative space.
It was. I don't think back then I really knew what it meant.
Yeah.
Which is probably nice to be a bit naive about it.
100%.
Nathan wasn't a physio back then.
No.
Oh, Nathan. Anyway, so I saw a different physio, but originally, I can't even remember. I think I stayed in a sling for a little while and went and saw a specialist who it was decided that because it had happened to just do really intensive rehab and hope that it just never happens again and that I get really strong and whatnot. And for a while that did happen.
Yeah. How long?
Oh,
Like how long did it take until we did it again?
I think the next one was that the next one, the Raw
Yeah,
Challenge?
the next one was the Raw Challenge, I think, actually.
I think that was it. So I'd had really good rehab and had been fine, and then I can't even remember. That must have been the following year, so it was almost like
March, they are. So when's Piper's birthday?
July.
End of the year. Yeah. I reckon it might have been March the next year. Or do you reckon it was October the next year?
Maybe it was March.
Anyway,
I can't
it was,
remember.
let's say, about a year later.
Yeah. And We went to the
Again,
Raw
why am
Challenge.
I always there? Honestly, why am I always there?
It was obstacle 34, and it was just a wall. And I took over Liv's spotlight because she made it over the wall.
Yeah, and I was so impressed. I was like, it was like one of the really tall ones, and I was like, I didn't get over any of the other tall ones, and I just sent it over the wall. Oh no, it was after my bodybuilding show, so it must have been October.
Yeah, I thought it was later in the year.
And I flew over, and I was like, my God, guys, I'm so strong. Look, shoulders out,
Yeah.
bitch.
Whoops. It was like as I was lowering myself, and I
Yeah.
remember like, I don't know, the only recollection I have is me having my arm in the air and being like, it's out. And Nathan turned around and looked at me, and he's like, put your arm down. I can't. I was just going, I can't. Anyway, that one was a bit of a bugger because it stayed out and it didn't go back in. So it was
For
out
ages.
for like 3 hours.
Yeah, and I guess it was like potentially a bit of poor looking after, like because you had to then go back to like the
They took me to the first aid tent.
first aid tent and the shoulder still out, and it like took a while,
Yeah.
the ambo in the hospital, and like it was just like a long
Yeah.
drawn out process.
Yeah, it was a bit long, and I don't know, that I guess does extra damage and can do extra
Yeah.
damage. But yes, went to ED, got it put back in, all's well and good. But then because I had done it quite majorly that time,
Yeah.
it had caused more damage, and then it started to kind of slip out in my sleep.
Yay.
And I think that was a big turning point for me. I think I got to a point where I was like, I cannot do surgery. It's not really affecting my day-to-day life.
Yeah,
and
well, like realistically, a year and a half-ish later,
it's pretty good.
you had signed up to do the Raw Challenge. Like, so that's already showing that, I guess,
It was
in here,
good.
you're probably doing everything at 100%.
Yeah, I was back doing pullovers. I was fine. Trusted it again.
Yeah.
Had no issues. No even niggles or anything. It was just like, it's good.
Yeah.
And then when it was slipping in my sleep, I'd literally wake up and be like, oh my God, my shoulder's out. And I was like, I think it's time to do something more because rehab isn't enough.
Yes. And I think you're seeing Nate's a physio at that point
Yeah,
as well.
I think after the Raw Challenge one, he was a physio. So
Yeah.
I just had to hold off another year until he qualified.
Yeah.
So that's good. It's been good to have that continuity of care, seeing the same person who knows you and what you've been through. So
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah. So I guess then we came to, you thought, okay, I'm going to get surgery on this little bugger.
Yes.
Which is a big decision, like especially because
Absolutely.
you were only 23 when you got it done.
Yes, I was. It was in 2024, but I was still 23
Yeah.
when it happened.
You know, that's pretty young
Yeah.
to be making a big decision. Again, you just started work ish,
Yes, I was at that time.
1 year post.
No, I was because I must have been 2 years because I'd done my
Which is still only new
transition.
to be starting like your career and trying to advance
And
in your
I-
role and stuff.
I think I had pushed back surgery further because of work. I was like, oh, I can't do it yet because I just need to become a little bit more qualified in the area that I was specialising in because I didn't want to fall behind
Yes.
in that kind of progress.
Yeah.
And then the whole leave situation, because I always dislocate it, I didn't have any sick leave. Like a week off work.
Yes.
And then get signed back to come back to work.
Yeah, and because you work with like very unwell patients, it's like they
Yeah.
won't let you work really
They want
unless
you.
you can work,
Yeah.
use your arms.
They want you working, which
Yeah.
is fair.
Yes,
And they want
it
you
is.
working safely.
Exactly.
Which is also fair.
For you and the patient.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think there was a lot of things that went into place about when to do it and what to do. And look, it was a big 3 months off work, and for 2 of those months I did not get paid. And that was also big.
Yeah, and like you live out at home and
yeah.
like independent, like not just an easy decision.
Yeah, and I think for myself, I was like, oh, I want to maintain my mental health. So I didn't say no to things. I would go to social events and still go out and still do things. Went to a wedding like 3 weeks.
Slung that sling around.
Like I still lived my life. And that was a big thing for my brain and to keep me sane.
Yeah.
And look, I probably could have done it more on the cheap side and stayed at home
Yeah.
for the 3 months, but I would have been a shell of a person.
Yeah. And potentially it would have affected your outcome physically, mentally, doing
Yeah.
shit all.
Absolutely.
But then, yeah, so you got the surgery, and then, like, let's talk about rehab during that sort of process.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, and I actually was telling someone in the gym, last weekend, about how fast you were walking.
Walk-
How fast you ended up walking.
Oh, yeah, I became a speed walker.
She became a speed walker. And, like, wasn't it like an 8-minute pace or something?
Yeah, I could walk at an 8:30 pace. Someone was like, "You've got to be running."
I know. I was like, wow.
And that's like, in perspective, a lot of people when they start running, they'll be running at that.
Even not even start running. Like, people are running at 8:30.
Yeah. Anyway, I think for me, I'm such like a goal-orientated person, especially with training. I train better if I've got a goal and I can see where I
What
need
was your
to
goal
go.
of walking?
Well, I couldn't do anything else.
The fastest walking I can do. You want to go to the Olympics, this
So
girl.
I was like, okay, I'm going to walk 5K in 45 minutes or something.
Yeah.
So it was like,
Pushing
I'm going to
yourself.
walk fast.
Yeah.
And I think that's when I got into running because I was like, I can't
Yeah.
lift the same. And it's really frustrating coming into the gym and seeing people doing everything and you're going, oh, I can't do any of that.
It's super demotivating.
Yeah, you kind of go, oh, and you feel like you're not progressing, but you just have to find different ways to progress, which is when I got into running more because
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is something that I can do and can kind of myself a bit. But the walking,
The walking started the journey, didn't it?
quite impressive.
And so a lot of people, I think, when they first have a big injury or the surgery being like the scab, like you sort of said, it's very easy to be like at home, do not much, in your head, limit yourself. But for you were outside doing your walking, but two, you also came back into the pretty fast. Obviously, we weren't doing upper stuff and
No,
whatnot.
I think I did like 2 leg days a week or whatever.
Yeah, and even just came in, I think you just used the bike sometimes.
And still like trying to be part of the community, a place that you can come and still be part of it. We had a Live Strong Olympics. Actually, it might have been.
No, yeah, it was Olympics.
Was it still
yeah.
Live Strong?
Yeah, I can't remember.
I can't remember either. When did
No,
you?
yeah, it would have been. It would have been.
And I came and just helped out. Was a referee. I don't think I was very good at reffing,
It would have been.
but I came and it was just nice to be here and be around people. And I don't know.
Yeah.
You just gotta fill your cup.
Yeah, 100%. But I think that it's easier said than done to come into the space when you can't do the normal thing and I guess feeling like a burden well, I guess it is sort of maybe different for you when like you're one of my best friends. Obviously you have Nath as physio, but I also think that you also know that, and I guess what's the word I'm looking for? Communicate with your coach with what you need and that they can assist you, especially, we're always happy to help with injuries and stuff.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't speak out or don't reach out or don't
Yeah.
put themselves in that place.
Your injury doesn't really define you, and I think the moment you let it define you, that's when you start to get down in the dumps about it because you're going, oh, I can't. You're thinking, I can't, but it's like, oh, what can I do? And when you think about what you can do, you're like, oh, I actually can do
stuff.
some things.
Yeah. And you can also still see progression. It just
Yeah.
looks different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And even with the upper body stuff, like once we started to incorporate it, well then, week to week, we are seeing a progression. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you're not doing a PB bench press, but maybe you're doing a PB post-surgery.
Yeah. And I think that that's also where like your goals come in is my goals now aren't to bench my body weight, which once it was.
Yes.
It's more about like doing something that's actually going to be achievable and attainable. I'm not stupid in going, oh, I'm going to be able to do this if I'm not going to be able to do it because it's just going to let yourself down.
That's it. And even like that point, being realistic now, that people probably don't look at you and think that's what you're thinking when you're in here because, Laura's probably one of the fittest and most consistent clients we have had over such like a long period of time. And, a lot of people in here would get motivation and inspiration seeing you in the gym. I know. How nice is that? What? Shit, I'm really just talking you out here, aren't I? But it is true. Like, obviously everyone looks up to different people and people who are relatable to you, but they're not probably thinking that you're having these limitations that you're working with all the time, where people think that you have to come in and you have to be going 100% and you have to be achieving these things. But achieving something might look different next to you, sort of thing.
And I think, like, we don't really know what's happening in other people's lives. And I
Yeah.
think one of the clients here, who I love her, anyway, one of her friends was going to start, and she said, "Oh, I can't do everything in the gym." And she went, "It's okay. Laura gets things changed. She can't do everything." And that person knows me and was like, "Laura wouldn't get things changed." And she's like, "No, she does."
Yeah.
And most upper body days, I do a different exercise, and it's not about being down about it. It's just about being like, "No, this is just what I'm doing."
Yeah, that's it. That's it. And not every exercise or every activity is for everyone.
Yeah.
And that's life. Now, we've talked as if, like, all's well and good. You know, like, we've talked about the surgery. We've said she's had this great rehab. She's been bloody going to the Olympics of walking. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows, unfortunately.
No, it's not. But we ride the waves.
We are still riding the waves.
We're still riding them.
So we did surgery.
Yeah.
We did good rehab.
Yeah.
We got back into the gym. We slowly progressed to a point where you're probably doing every exercise.
I did everything, and the things I don't do now, but I could get under the bar. I could squat under the bar.
Yeah, which was something, I guess, one of the biggest struggles we had.
Yeah, it doesn't love that
Opening
position.
up, yeah. But look what's in the corner.
It's the accessibility bar.
Had to use her this week. But yeah, so we did work it up. How long do you reckon that sort of took to sort of feel like yourself, or, you know, back to sort of where you were to some degree?
Look, it was probably about like the 6 month mark that I was like, oh, like I'm almost as strong as I was, or
Yeah.
like starting to get strong, and that I could do almost everything.
Really, 6 months when you think
No,
about
it was fast. Nathan
Yeah.
was like, "This is insane."
You also returned to work pretty fast though as well, didn't you?
Yeah, it was like 3 months, just after 3 months. And I
Yeah.
was keen to get back because I wasn't getting paid anything.
Yeah, she
I
needed
was on restrictions at work, but
Yeah.
look, it wasn't too bad, and they looked after me, so that was okay.
Yeah.
But I think it was like 6 months until I was kind of moving better, but then back to being like 100%, they say about 12 months. And it probably was about then
Yeah.
that I stopped seeing Nathan all the time.
Yeah.
And didn't even think about it really. I was like, we're good.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah, it is good.
Now, so that was all well and good. Just to like throw a little comment in there, I feel like you were doing the running and all that sort of stuff. That also wasn't a super easy process. At some point, you rocked in the gym in a boot. Remember when that happened?
That was stupid, Laura. I had a stress fracture. Yeah. But I don't know when that was.
I don't
That
know,
was
but like there was a point where we were like restricting the shoulder, and then the
then
boot was on.
And then I was in all sorts. I was like, you have to find things that you can do,
Yeah.
otherwise you'll go insane.
Yeah.
And in here, they're pretty good at finding things.
We'll find something.
that
We
you
will
can
find
do.
something. So it's again, it still hasn't looked as easy as maybe we're sort of maybe even putting it across.
Yeah, it's definitely
here.
been like, I don't know. You do one injury and then some just cascade from that. And
Yeah.
I think getting into running and stuff, I was focusing on that so much because that's all I could do. And then I, new to running, was a bit naive around it and probably wasn't doing enough strength training and wasn't resting enough and wasn't eating enough. Like I
Yeah,
just
all the
wasn't
things.
doing everything.
Hard with load management. Like, yeah, we're now not using, 25% of your body. So the rest of the body's taken more load.
Yeah,
Maybe it's not
absolutely.
ready for that. And also maybe if you've had a bit of time off or a bit of less time because of injury, and the next minute you're like, oh, now I'm going crazy.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. So that has been all well and good.
Yeah.
We did eventually get back to things, which was already a big sleigh. And again, probably a bit quicker than normal because you were so on the ball and
I was
doing all the
keen.
things.
I was
She
keen to get back.
motivated, which is really good and consistent as well, super consistent. But then
Oh.
I can't even remember. Oh, it's Christmas. Is that when it happened?
It was 18 months post-op, and it was end of last year. It wasn't Christmas. It did happen at Christmas, but it happened, I think, like October. Netball.
Oh yeah. During this time, she's decided to play all these team sports. I don't know when we decided. Like she was doing soccer, hurt the wrist, netball. What happened to netball?
Oh, I don't know. I'd been playing netball for like 6 months, maybe even longer, all just socially, and it was all like with work, which bloody hell, I was with doctors at least. So reached up, I think I was like goal defense or something, reached up, and my shoulder came out. It had not come out post-op
At all.
at all. Hadn't had niggles for like at least, I don't know, 6 months or so. And I was like in complete shock, and it didn't go back in. I'd brought my arm down, but it didn't go back in. And then one of the doctors that I work with, she put it back in. And I sat on the netball sideline and just told myself everything's fine, and just sat and watched the rest of the game. And as soon as the game was over, I just like lost it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no. I was like, now that I've lived it and knew like what was maybe potentially coming, I was like, oh no, this is bad.
Yeah. And I guess we've just said how positive you were trying to be during that rehab, and you were trying to get back to it. And you can only bloody try so much.
Yeah, look, that was a hard fall.
Yeah.
And to get back up from, you're like, oh, I've already done this. I don't want to do it again.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, like, I now knew how much time you had to have off work, and I knew those sorts of hurdles that I was like, I just don't want to do it again.
Yeah.
And that was really hard to get out of. But I think I just went into like action mode, saw Nathan. He was actually surprised at how well it like felt. And I actually got into things pretty quickly, like didn't have much hesitation, and it felt pretty tight still.
Yeah.
And then saw my specialist and had a CT and did all of those things. And he was actually surprised too. He said, it actually seems okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we just treat it like the first time it happened as a one-off thing, rehab it, see how you go, and come back if it's affecting your day-to-day, like the coming out in your sleep situation.
Yeah.
That was kind of my last time. So I was like, if I'm not there, I'm okay.
Yes. And I think, so you did that, and then 6 or 8 weeks later, you did the Livestrong Games in here.
Oh,
Isn't that right?
yes, that was the first week of the training block.
Yeah.
And I was really motivated to do the Livestrong Games. And
Which, for those who don't know, is like a version of High Rocks we did
Yeah.
at the gym last year.
And I think not the mindset people should have, but I was like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to win it. And I was like, yeah, well, I was super determined, and I had in my head, I was like, I'm not doing it unless I think that I could potentially win, because I would be so heartbroken if I couldn't thing. And
Yeah.
I wanted to be able to do every exercise and do all of that. And I was like, well, that's gone.
Yeah.
Um,
But I guess that sort of puts into perspective that, you know, you got back into things, it was sort of okay, and then
yeah,
you were able to
compete. I think
compete.
I was surprised. Like, it definitely gave me a goal and made me get in the gym like quick, because I was like, I need to get in, I need to get it strong. But I still didn't do upper body, I don't think, for like 2 weeks. And then
No, even more. I reckon we didn't start doing like wall balls and stuff, like, because they were the exercises. Like, I honestly reckon like 2 weeks before or something, 2 or
Yeah.
3 weeks before.
and I just had to rely on doing like strength training, and
Yeah,
then
controlled.
yeah, and then I could run still, so I was running and trying to just be good at what I could be good at. And so I probably wasn't even my 100% at the Livestrong
No,
Games.
no.
But it had given me a really strong goal of where I wanted to be. And I was really proud of myself.
Yeah.
I felt like I got back into it, and I was like, this is good.
Yeah.
I've forgotten the go ahead from everyone, so I'm okay.
Yes.
Just go.
Yeah, and all was well. You, like you said,
Yeah.
she like won the thing, so it was great. And that was the end of last year, like October-ish. And then
Oh, and then Christmas.
Christmas Day. We probably don't need to detail every single time it's happened since
No,
then,
but
but
it did happen Christmas Day. I got it back in then, or it went back in. I don't remember. Anyway. And
I don't know. Has it?
then I did my wrist. So I
Yeah.
fractured my wrist, which is important only because I kind of neglected my upper body, which I don't know if I had to. I kind of couldn't do that much.
Yeah, it is. A wrist injury is quite hard because we can attach weight onto you. We can do a little bit of resistant band work, but it's
You're not
nowhere
meant
near the
to
load.
load it.
Yeah.
And it was opposite. So it was my left wrist, right shoulder. So I was in a brace for, I don't even know how long, a month or something like that.
Yeah.
And during that time, I was running heaps, running with a
You're-
brace on.
And you're running for a training. Was that when you were training for the half?
So the fractured wrist happened in the first week of my running training block for Newcastle half marathon. So I had to keep training with a brace on. I was like, if I don't need my upper body, I'm fine. I can still train for my goal is. So that was good at least. But the rest of my body, upper body, got neglected.
Yeah.
And my shoulder didn't appreciate that. And
Yeah.
it started to slip. So it came out twice in one day. It slipped in my sleep morning, and then it came out that day when I was doing some study work or whatever. It slipped while I was sitting at the desk. I think I stretched, and then it came out, and I was like, that was meant to happen. And so those kind of, I'm like, oh God, that's when it starts to affect you day to day. But I could also rationalise that and I think go, well, I haven't been doing anything upper body wise. And I came and saw Nathan. We started to load my shoulder and do things like put weight through that arm and whatnot, which has helped it feel better.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, well, maybe it's just because of the wrist. I don't need to worry about it too much.
Yeah.
But then bloody pickleball.
Yeah. So in the meantime, before pickleball, we so you ran the half, all's well and good, sort of, and then you sign up to do High Rocks.
Yes.
So she signed up to do. So after the wrist sort of recovered.
Yeah.
You then came back to training. We loaded the upper body, probably fairly normal upper body loading. Like you said, like barbell squats, we haven't been doing them with the bar on her back. But
and I won't pull up and I won't pull over.
yeah,
They're
the things
probably
where
the
we're just sort of a bit vulnerable, we're just sort of like keeping it a bit safe, but you're still pressing overhead and stuff like that.
Yep.
And then, sign up for High Rocks. All's been well and good, been training hard. Also currently training for a full marathon in,
Yes,
what's
that
that,
has
2
started.
months or something?
Yeah. Oh, just over.
Yeah.
It's like 10 weeks.
Yeah, so also, like, you've got some big plans, big commitment year, really, when you think about it.
Yeah.
And we're currently 1 week away from High Rocks now. But 2 weeks ago, pickleball, it went again.
Yeah, went again. Anyway, came out, went back in. I got back in. Yay, I'm getting really good at it. Which isn't a good thing.
Yeah.
And anyway, that has probably been a bit of a like, what am I meant to do? Like, this is shit.
Yes. Yeah, we can't live like this sort of thing.
And I think it's really important that you, like, yes, being resilient is really good, but I think it's also, you're allowed to sit in the pain and the annoyance.
Yes.
of an
'Cause,
injury.
I'm getting annoyed by like this small, annoying foot
Don't you
situation.
downgrade it.
Yeah, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm getting annoyed with this small thing. You can only imagine how exaggerated that is when it's
Yeah.
been a 5-year journey, you know? So you're allowed to
Yes.
feel shit.
You're allowed to go, oh, this is shit.
Yeah.
And I did do that for a little bit, but then I was also like, I haven't got time to be like this.
Yeah. Again.
I've got to get on with it.
Why does this always happen?
So then it was like game plan, what am I going to do for the next 3 weeks to kind of get me there? And I think I will get there. Well, I know
Well,
I'll get
you will
there.
get there. Yeah, it's fine.
It's
It's fine. It's fine. Well, already, like, again, I think the game plan has been that we sort of rested-ish a week, and then we've just slowly loaded it with exercises, like even just like a sled push. We started with that, saying the weights, we're nice and tucked in. That's felt all right. We've been able to then try the next thing, and
Yeah.
then I saw you throw the ball up last week.
Yep. I can do the things.
And you're doing it teamed with your brother. So, like, we
Yes,
also have
I'm not
the
alone.
luxury that, the exercise that may be a little bit rough, he can also.
And I think it's important to note that for me, I feel quite safe in the gym and doing the gym exercises with it because, one, you're around people who can change the exercises and make it more appropriate for you, but it's also like you're doing very controlled movements in here. This gym isn't a CrossFit gym. We don't do like,
We're not cleaning, we're not
not-
snatching,
So I'm always quite tight in my movements and I'm concentrating on what I'm doing, even sometimes when it doesn't seem like I am. I am very cautious of what I'm doing. So like I'm not really nervous of it in the gym at all. And the movements, like it's never had an issue in any of the High Rocks movements. So
Yeah.
I'm a bit like, I will be okay. But it's just getting it to a place where I can do it. And I think it's being adaptable and being able to change your plan.
And like listening to your body, and I guess having trust in your body, and like you said, trust in your coaches as well.
Yeah.
and having a bit of faith, I guess.
Yeah, and I think in my head, I'm like, I know I've talked to Nathan about this.
Okay.
I will need a surgery at some point because there's nothing, we've scanned it and we know that the repair, there's nothing really holding it in there. Like my labrum's gone and everything's a bit like that.
Yeah.
But if it's strong and I'm still able to live my life, I can put it off a little bit until I'm ready to do it. Because obviously I know the hoops that I need to go through. So
Yeah.
I know the financial burden that it can have, and I can
100%.
kind of prepare for that
Yeah.
and have leave and have all of those things set up.
Yeah.
So I'm putting it off for that. We'll look at bracing it. We'll look at doing all those things
Yeah.
that I can kind of control. And then,
Going from there.
yeah, keep on keeping on.
Yeah. Because, yeah, it's we're still in the long-term game with.
We are, and I think I'm very aware that my next goal, post Hyrox, I don't need my shoulder.
Yeah, then you're running. This is right.
So it's okay. And I think having that next step where I'm like, I don't have to be so focused on I need my shoulder or whatnot,
Yes, will be nice.
will be important for me to have.
You can sort of just go back to your normal strengths, work with
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Your wrist is fine. Like really, the year for the upper body hasn't been too crash hard. So
Yeah, but it's still
still
working.
holding out. Yeah, which is good. Now we are going to start to wrap up. I know. We actually could keep talking, to be honest, because I've sort of just told the story at this point. But what's something you would say to someone who's going through an injury or feeling a bit deflated because maybe they can't perform how they want to be performing right now? Like, what's something that a tip or a statement you'd give them that you think's maybe helped you over this 5-year period?
I can't remember what it was.
Oh, well,
you
that's
might
helpful.
remember it. You wrote it on a bunch of flowers for me once.
Oh.
But it was something
Oh,
like,
this is nice of me. What, all right?
I'll have to go find it so that I can put it in the comments of this.
Yeah, you'll have to.
It was like something about tough times and that you're tougher or something. It was
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like, I think having the ability to be adaptable and not set in your ways, which is really hard,
That's a good one.
and not letting your injury define you. You are more than it, and you
Yeah.
can do things. Focus on the can-dos.
Yeah.
And get in and just find things that are achievable to do.
Yeah.
Set a goal that you know in however many weeks you actually will be able to do.
Yeah. Be realistic.
Yeah, because there's no point in me being like, I want to be able to do 10 unassisted pull-ups.
Yeah. It's like not going to
It's
happen.
not going to happen.
Yeah.
But that's okay because I can do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah. It can be a different goal. That's fine.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know. And find good people. Surround yourself. I have a very good, supportive group of people around me who know that when shit like this happens, they're like, oh, is Laura okay?
Yeah. Just got to check in on her sometimes.
And most of the time, I'm okay.
Yeah. Look, honestly, you generally are, which is
Yeah.
amazing, actually. Surprising.
But if you want to chat about injuries,
Yeah. Yeah. She's the girl to go to.
yeah,
But
come to me.
this has been a great chat, Laura.
Oh, we love
Really good.
chat.
Thanks for sharing your story because it is really hard. Like, it's really hard for people to get into that mind frame that you're in, and you make it look easy. Like, you make it look like a breeze, but it's not. It's more than hard. And look, it's hard even just coming to the gym and training normally with no
Yeah,
restriction.
absolutely,
Like
yeah.
for so many people, that's already hard. But then more of yourself, mentally and physically, it's just so much more load to put on yourself. But you can do it.
And I think if you're new to the gym and you already got an injury, that's like a whole other ballpark. Like I couldn't even think of another gym that doesn't know my history
Yeah.
of everything that's happened. So I think it's actually okay to come somewhere
Yes.
and start with an
100%.
injury. It will be okay.
Yeah, it will be okay. And you've well, like
Yeah, you can't wait for it to get better because if you're like
Yeah.
me, there'll always be something that's kind of popping up.
that's it. That's it. And there is always something, whether it's an injury or it's time or it's life. Like there is always something. There's no perfect time, but injuries are just little fuckers.
Oh, they just get ya. They just
Getcha.
get ya.
You silly little thing. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode. I've enjoyed listening and going down memory lane here, actually. It's been great to
Need a
learn and
timeline.
listen. I know. Wow, 5 years. I'm still in shock that it's been that long. But yeah, if you have any follow-up questions, or maybe we could do a part 2 with, I don't know, more
Where
talk.
we're at.
Post High Rocks.
Watch out.
I know she's going to be zooming around that track. Runs.
Oh, they're not going to be 4 minutes.
Oh,
I
they
can tell you
might
that
be.
much.
She's a speed demon, this girl. Anyway, thanks for listening, team. Bye bye.